Welcome everyone, this is my first ranking video ever on Doctor Who, if anything else, and I figured why not, because there are 13 Christmas specials now, and we have a new Doctor underway, and I just felt that it would be appropriate to actually kind of rank and talk about all these Christmas specials that came out, because while in my old reviews that I made, I did talk about the Christmas specials briefly or in depth, and there were some I didn't, so I figured I'd just kind of give my thoughts all in one video, talk about them, which one was the greatest, one was not so great, and I don't normally do ranking videos, but we're going to see how I do here. And this is for all of you Doctor Who fans, and thusly keep in mind that all of these episodes will be ranked mostly in likability, fun, story, and overall content. So if it's an episode that happens to be a regeneration episode, it's not going under the merits of newcomers not understanding what's going on or not, because we're all friends and fans here. I'm ranking these episodes from best to worst, and keep in mind, even if they are the worst, I feel like all these specials have some sort of likability. This is just my personal list. So let's get started, and here at number 1 we have The End of Time Parts 1 and 2. This Christmas special was a lot of fun, and my first Christmas special I ever saw in Doctor Who. Now while this is a lot of fun, this is a regeneration episode, so by the end, with no affiliation from the 10th Doctor's departure or any of the characters because I didn't know them, I found myself surprised that this special left me in tears. Coming up at number 2, we have A Christmas Carol. This is a lot less emotionally compromising, and it substitutes its emotion for fun, as it does a great job telling a crazy story while we get Matt Smith's first Christmas special in the bag, and he reenacts the most popular Christmas story. Definitely a lot of fun and a good story to stand alone as well. At number 3, we have more of a recent one, and that is the return of Dr. Mysterio. Say what you will, this is yet again a really fun one, and another homage to the classic superhero tale. The Doctor accidentally making a superhero is always a thing that he ends up doing one way or another, so this is more or less the most hilarious result, and a clever script, and a great story. At number 4, we have The Snowman, and this is a special that introduces a companion, just like it did for a couple of others, but this is a companion that actually is going to be in this one and then the next one over. And I loved Clara just as we got to know her in the first one in the Asylum of the Daleks to the Snowmen here, which is her first official appearance. She was smart, witty, on top of things, and needless to say, I know she wasn't well received later on, but I had always loved Clara from the moment she appeared. But without a doubt, this is definitely one of the silliest of the specials, and we get an underutilized Ian McKellen as a villain who's just a voice. But overall, this is an episode that was a lot of fun, and it surprisingly fits its way in the middle of the season 7 as a mid-season breaker, and it was never done before. At number 5, we have The Husbands of River Song, and this Christmas special, I feel, added a lot of closure to the character of River Song. She was always a driving force to the show during Matt Smith's years, and we get to see this character laid to rest, as the story of River that was alluded to when we first met her is finally unfolded and we see what really happened. At number 6, we have The Runaway Bride. So as we get further down this list, this is probably like more or less the neutral zone of specials. They're good, but they didn't leave the most incredible impact on me. Runaway Bride is probably the strongest of the Christmas specials for David Tennant, as it introduces Donna Noble, reintroduces the same elements that it did in the Christmas Invasion, but it gives us a new spin on it. So it sounds familiar, looks familiar, but hey, by the way, looks can be deceiving. And at number 7, this is the David Tennant's first appearance as the Doctor, and he is pretty much on his back 2/3 of this special, which it heavily relies on the companions doing all the work while the Doctor is healing. So it makes for an interesting episode, but overall not the most compelling one. And I like to see new ways to tell the story without the titular character doing what he does best, but I still missed him in action nonetheless. At number 8, we have Voyage of the Damned, and it is my least favorite of the Tennant era. Plays up on the Titanic storyline and recreates it for more a Poseidon adventure type story. and it just didn't completely work for me. But there was some things I did like. At number 9, The Next Doctor. Now, I'm pretty sure a lot of this is going to be higher on people's lists. And I know a lot of people like it, but it didn't do it for me. While there was a nice story of how a mysterious man assumes the role of the Doctor, it just didn't strike me the same way as you did. It almost came off as like a red herring, and nearly just a setup for us to get ready for David Tennant's departure, because after this was 2 other specials before the end of time, and it was heavily setting up Tennant leaving. At number 10, we have Time of the Doctor, and now this would have been higher on the list because it's so damn entertaining, but as I gave it a thought, this special had so much going on, with so many concepts and ideas that led to some good times. You almost feel cheated in a dramatic sense because with all that going on, they even rush the regeneration, and it goes from Smith to Capaldi like that. There's no dramatic, oh my god, he's leaving, and here we are with a new guy. It's more like, oh, there it is, okay. And it's also not enough time to explore the interesting combination of creatures that they introduced. And it explains away a lot of things I think we should have seen. At number 11, I feel bad to say this, but The Last Christmas. By no means do I hate this one, but it really did not do anything for me, even though it has Nick Frost, who I think is amazing, but he just wasn't used as much as I had hoped as the well-known Santa Claus. While cool that it pays homages to the sci-fi horror classics, I'll have to say again, it didn't leave its mark on me. At number 12, we have Twice Upon a Time. And I hate bringing this one down so low on the list because I feel like all the specials are good in some manner, but this one was just not incredible. It was just good. The emotions were wasted on the banter while the story is all there. This should have been a more emotionally packed special, seeing off Moffat and Capaldi. And at number 13, you guessed it, it's The Doctor, the Widow, and the Wardrobe. This is my least favorite, and actually quite forgettable out of every single one. It's a predictable story, not well thought out, and it's kind of a romp of just a simple story that forgets its charm, apart from Matt Smith, who does his damnedest to be charming. So that is my list of the Christmas specials. Not a single one of them was terrible, but I have to say, sadly, some of them were just not as great as the others. What is your list? I would love to know. There are no right or wrong answers here any more than my list being perfect. So when I ask you at the end of this video, it might be a little too late if I haven't offended you already with what episodes lay where, but I would love to know your thoughts. What are your rankings of the 13 Christmas specials? Comment below and let me know. If you like this and want to see more, please click on any of these videos here and enjoy what it is I do on my channel. I hope you guys enjoyed, and as always, until next time.